Hello everyone. Nice to meet you on UniLearning. So today we are going to be looking at the complete theory of HRC fuses. Well, most of the students have questions in their mind like what is fuse, why it is used, which type of protection it provides. So the answer to all the questions are in this video. So please watch the video till the end. From this video, you will be able to explain constructional details, working principle, basic characteristic of HRC fuse, and you will be able to choose proper HRC fuse as per your requirement in different applications. In today's discussion, we will come across different terms like cutoff, free arcing time, total operating time, fuse element, fuse link, etc. So, the answer to your first question is here. What is meant by fuse? Fuse is a simplest current interrupting device for the protection from excessive current. You can define it as a fuse is a short piece of metal inserted in the circuit which melts when excessive current flows through it and thus breaks the circuit and protects the equipment. In short, you can say fuse is used for overload and short circuit protection. You might have heard different type of fuses like semi-enclosed or rewirable fuse. Generally, we are using rewirable fuse in our day-to-day life for residential purpose. Totally enclosed or cartridge fuse, dropout fuse, expulsion type fuse, HRC fuse, striker fuse, and a lot. HRC. HRC fuse. What is it? HRC stands for high rupturing capacity. High rupturing capacity. Because of its high current rupturing capacity, a special method for extinguishing arc is required in the design of HRC fuse. So at very first stage, it is very important to understand the meaning of the word rupturing. Yes, the meaning of rupturing is to break or burst suddenly. So our requirement here is rupturing high current or short circuit current suddenly. And that is why HRC fuse is here. Let's understand construction and working of HRC fuse. Main parts of HRC fuse are cartridge or ceramic body, filling material or quartz powder, fuse link, outer element, brass end cap, fuse link contact. Try to understand it more clearly from this diagram. There is a fuse element enclosed in this cartridge. This is end cap, fuse link contact. So basically this HRC fuse consists of high resisting ceramic body. The outer cover is usually steatite or a ceramic material having good mechanical strength. So what is expected while selecting material for cartridge? That it should have higher mechanical strength, and that is why we are selecting ceramic or steatite as a outer cover material. Nowadays it is getting replaced in a new technology with epoxy resins. So instead of using ceramic material, nowadays epoxy resin is used in the construction of HRC fuse. The fuse element fitted inside the body. The material used for the fuse element may be lead tin alloy, silver or copper. Generally silver material is used as a fuse element. The end of the fuse element are connected to the metal end caps. Just see here, the fuse element is connected to end caps with the help of outer element. The metal caps are screwed to the ceramic body by means of special forged screws to withstand the pressure developed under the short circuit condition. End contacts are welded to the metal end caps. So welding is there for this end caps, end cap and this fuse link contact. These contacts bolted on the stationary contact on the panel, or there may be a special arrangement to assemble it on bus bar. This is how it is constructed. In between this cartridge, filling material is there. It is nothing but a quartz powder, which is having high resistance capacity. And it is, as shown here, it is a totally enclosed type fuse. Now try to understand its working by using the same construction. Now how it will work? When current increases above certain limit in the sense after fusing current, heat is generated. Once current start rising during abnormal condition, either overload or short circuit condition, then heat is generated. As per I square R loss, due to power loss, heat is getting generated due to rise in temperature, and it melts the bridge. This bridge of this fuse element is getting melted, and it produces the break in the circuit. And as there is a break in circuit, in between the air, current will try to continue its path in the form of arc, and that is how arc is produced. This arc is immediately spread over the neighboring elements. So the arc spreading is taking place immediately, and then also there is a melting of this fuse element. Because of the melting, the vapor of metal are getting created, and it results, or it comes in contact with quartz powder, and due to chemical reaction, quartz powder produces that fumes, and quartz powder produces insulating substance which helps in quenching the arc, and that is how extinction of arc in this cartridge take place. This is how we are getting protection during abnormal conditions, or overload condition, or short circuit condition. As I said, filling material is a quartz. So fuse body is filled with powder pure quartz, and this is how your quartz powder looks. During normal condition, it is white in color. And fuse link of HRC fuse are of different type. Either it may be in the wire form or in strip form, having different shapes, and as per requirement, different type of strips or wires are in use. While choosing fuse element in the construction of HRC fuse, some characteristics we have to take into consideration. Very first is the material which is selected as a fuse element should have low melting point. So it will give you much more reliable operation. It should have high conductivity. Why it should have high conductivity? Because it should give low power loss. It is going to save energy, and in addition to it, it ensures cool running and longer life of device. The element or material which is used in the construction of element should be free from oxidation or rusting, and last but not the least, it should be of low cost. While selecting HRC fuse in different applications, its characteristic plays an important role. Normally, the characteristic gives pre-arcing time plotted against prospective current up to the rupturing capacity rating of the fuse. This characteristic is plotted generally on logarithmic paper. Just try to understand the characteristic of HRC fuse. Time current characteristic is plotted in this particular graph. As the prospective current increases, the pre-arcing time decreases. Please take note of it. As prospective current is increasing, the pre-arcing time is decreasing. And there is one certain limit below which minimum fusing current fuse does not operate. So after this minimum fusing current, the fuse element will carry the current for a longer time. Whatever amount of current is flowing below this minimum fusing current, it will carry it for a longer duration. So while selecting any type of HRC fuse for the protection of different motors or different power system, it is very important to note the minimum fusing current and actual current rating which we want to protect. The next point is classification of fuse link. So depending upon fusing factor, fuse links are classified. So let's start with the term fusing factor. It is a ratio of minimum fusing current to rated current, and minimum fusing current is always greater than rated current. Fusing factor is always greater than 1. And depending upon the value of fusing factor, fuse links are classified as class P, class Q and class K type fuse element. Fusing factor less than 1.25 is categorized as class P type fuse link. Fusing factor less than 1.75 is classified as a class Q type fuse link, and fusing factor more than 1.75 is called as class K type fuse link. Selection of fuse link. The problem is not as simple as you think. An improper blowing out of fuse itself may create failure of certain systems or stoppage of certain machines. As you are well familiar that at starting current takes very high current. So such type of conditions should be not treated as a abnormal condition. It's a normal condition. During starting of either DC machines or AC machine, it takes very heavy current for a shorter moment. And surely you won't expect such type of failures, isn't it? That is why we need to consider few points, few factors in the selection of fuse link. So which are they? They are nature of load, whether it is normal current, starting current or permissible overload or steady or fluctuating load. Second point, nature of protection required. So which type of protection we are expecting from fuse? Either it is for overload protection or short circuit protection. You want to operate it quickly or slowly, or which type of cutoff is desired. Depending on that, the selection of fuse link is decided. Third point is fault current. What is the approximate value or magnitude of fault current? Grading or discrimination between the fuse and a circuit breaker in the circuit. If you are using the HRC fuse as a backup protection, then in that case that fuse should be able to distinguish the fault, to discriminate the fault, and that is why this point is also important while selecting the fuse link. With one example, now I am trying to explain you how to select fuse for different application. We are considering here protection of motor. So while choosing fuse for the motor, the normal current of the motor is noted. As shown here, the characteristic of current versus time of motor for the starting period is plotted on the same graph on which characteristic of some fuses are plotted. Just see here, while choosing fuse for the motor, the normal current of the motor is noted here, and this is starting characteristic of induction motor. So at starting moment it takes very heavy current for a shorter duration. So we are expecting that your HRC fuse should carry that current for a moment. It should not create any interruption. The characteristic of fuse should lie above the motor characteristic. Just shown here, characteristic of fuse is above the motor characteristic. Then and then only it will give you proper protection against overload and short circuit. There should be an appropriate margin in between these two characteristics. So it will give you proper protection from short circuit and overload. As this HRC fuse is developed by General Electric Company, the standard ratings or rated currents of fuses which are available in market are from 2 ampere, 2 ampere, 4 ampere, 6 ampere, 63 ampere, 160 ampere and so on up to 1250 amperes. So these many ratings are available in HRC fuses. Yes, I know. You are little bit confused how to understand whether fuse is blown or not. And for that, there are two types of constructions with HRC fuse. One with tripping device and other with indicator. So let's discuss about HRC fuse with tripping device. So as shown here in this diagram, it consists of ceramic body and end cover cap fixed rigidly. These are connected by number of silver fuse elements. At the end, there is a plunger which hits the tripping arrangement of the circuit breaker under fault condition and circuit breaker operates. So if any fuse element or any fuse connected in three-phase system, if any fuse element breaks, then circuit breaker will get tripped with this plunger, and because of that you will get complete protection of the system from single phasing. Okay, so such type of protection can be provided with HRC fuse with tripping device. In case of HRC fuse with indicator, an indicating device consisting of a fine resistance wire packed inside the fuse and which is having parallel path as shown here. It's a indicator resistance wire and indicator powder covered by label. So it is connected in parallel with these multiple silver fuse elements. A small quantity of mild explosive held in the pocket inside the fuse and covered by a label is also provided in it. It indicates whether the fuse has blown or not. When any fault occurs, the fine wire is automatically fused, resulting in the combustion of explosive material which is filled inside this particular area. The combustion of explosive material indicates that the fuse has blown out, and this is how we can understand that fuse is not in use now. You need the replacement of this particular unit. From this complete discussion, you can easily list out the advantages of this HRC fuse. So let's list out one by one. First one is It is capable of clearing high as well as low fault current. Your HRC fuse has no problem of deterioration or aging effect as it is completely closed inside the cartridge. It is very fast in operation and is having special characteristic, inverse time current characteristic. So depending on that, the operation is very fast. It gives you very fast operation. It requires minimum maintenance as it is a totally enclosed type device. It is more reliable in operation and it is having consistency in its performance. While selecting HRC fuse for different application, we need to take consideration of its disadvantages also. So which are the major disadvantages? First one is it requires replacement after each operation. That is a major disadvantage of HRC fuse. In case of rewirable fuse, we can use the same unit just by replacing the fuse element. But it is not the case in case of HRC fuse. And the heat produced by the arc may affect the associated switches and contacts also. So this type of precaution you need to take while selecting HRC fuse for different applications. So basically HRC fuse gives you the protection against overload and short circuit. So it can be used for the protection of motors, cables, bus bar, low voltage distribution systems, sometimes for semiconductor devices, and it can be used for the backup protection. So it provides backup protection to the circuit breakers also. I hope you got answers to all your questions which you had before watching this video. Thank you.